It's a night. It's a night. It's a night. It's a night. You know what I mean? It's a night. Just turn up this little bit now. Turn up too high. Turn up too high at all.
Don't ever believe that a politician is a leader. Don't ever believe that.
Good night, my people. Good night.
Because the system that we have produces politicians. It doesn't produce leaders. And so you can have a politician who knows nothing about leadership, and he's leading you. Politicians are concerned about the next election. That's all they're interested in. That's why they cannot be leaders. But leaders are different. Leaders are concerned about the next generation.
True. Like up the video, guys.
I want you to compare those two thoughts.
Justin, what's up?
Have a politician come to your house wanting to vie for your vote. Just ask him, what is your vision for my children? I will sit and listen for 20 minutes for you to tell me what it is.
Tap up the screen, guys.
He will leave your house. Because he has no interest in your children's children. His concern is to stay in power.
That's right.
To keep the position.
That's right.
To win the next election.
That's right.
This is why they cannot lead. When you are going to have a conversation with a politician, you should actually try this as a test. You, by the way, as a citizen of a community, you have a right to be seen by the mayor. Hope you know that. If you voted for a mayor, the mayor works for you. Therefore, you have a right to see him. You can make an appointment to see any public officer you voted for. Did you know that? That's your legal right. If he don't want to see you, you can take him to court. That's democracy. So I want you to make an appointment to go and see your mayor or go and see your governor and just sit and say, I want 30 minutes with you, sir. And ask him about that list right there. I said, what is your purpose for being in leadership in this city? What is your purpose? The first question will make him very nervous. Second question, what is your passion for our community? He'll be wondering what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I just want to build roads and bridges and provide jobs. No. What is your passion? And this is why we need to question the leaders we have. And so I have a little thought here. I call it politics versus leadership. Let's talk about it for a second. Number one, politicians focus on programs, not vision. Number two, politicians' priority is securing the next election, not securing the next generation. Their focus is different. Number three, politicians are preoccupied with promises, not purpose. What we need is statesmen. Statesmen. We don't need more politicians. A statesman is an interesting human. A statesman think of the next generation.
Every agent of the state, every employee of the state, every state agency, every state department, every ministry must treat our citizens with respect.
That's right.
That they have rights, and the right to life is the most important right.
That's right.
And no one is to be deprived of that right.
Nobody. Nobody my side. Nobody. Superman, big up yourself. Splash the joy deal. I've had that conversation on here, and most people must realize that it's a land grab, and it's also a way how to deter you from staying here. They want us to leave. They want us to leave the island so they can have it for themselves. So we've had that conversation. I don't know why you say why I'm not listening to you. Like, I don't understand that. But anyway, good night, my people. How you doing? Welcome. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much for being here. Some of you must have been, watching me earlier tonight. I dropped a video before I came back on. I would love for you guys to go check that out. And any other video you have not checked out, trust me. there's a lot of content for you to explore. If you haven't yet hit the like button, I want to encourage you to do so. Share the live. Don't be a stranger in the comment. Let me know where you guys are actually watching from. If you're Jamaican or not, female or male, you know what I mean? Eh? All details. Nah, I'm just kidding. Keep it social, keep it respectful in the comment section, and we're gonna get into some things, ladies and gentlemen, because the Prime Minister comes out and makes some lambastic statements at time. I don't know where I found that word from, but it sounded right to say. You know what I mean? It's just out of the mind-boggling. Some of the things the man say. You get me? I don't know what he's studying, but hey, it is what it is. So, I start off with Ralston, Hyman, because I tell you.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, we have to tell us that you have rate Andrew. Hey, Mr. Andrew just come here Andrew said today. Andrew come like a neck demons in the night with that one. Nobody expect this to.
Well, I was expecting it. I was thinking maybe Danville Walker, but I know it was somebody who is close to him.
Yeah.
Him not gonna put nobody, this in nobody, and where he not fully trust, who don't understand the assignment. He might deal with people who understand the assignment of what he's about, and therefore it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
No, Colin Bell. What is he about? You see, you want to hear Colin Bell say that a while ago? Sir Bell, what is he about, Sir Bell? Tonight is not you seeing the screen. Tonight is you watching me react to the videos. Alright? Yeah, man. Colin Bell, what is he about? Because you're just sleeping now and there a while ago. And yeah, we catch that, Nobody feel like say get away that one. You think it's easy?
Andrew up to something.
Yo!
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Yeah, man. Andrew, he's
you know
conniving.
Yeah, I went there. When do he use all his enemy for try and beat.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Talking about Melissa. Somebody said, Colin, you heard anything about any update? Colin, heard anything about the update debt toll from Melissa? I say, I realize that the man don't even have a day of mourning for the people who are dead in Melissa. Ralston there with it. I could add into the thing right away. Raleigh, good evening.
Yeah, man, good evening. How you doing?
Boy, we're there. You see what the head of Nara, boss?
Yeah, man.
Surprise?
Yeah, it kind of surprising. But
Why it's surprising? Because this man is ambassador, you don't expect him to go back for you, right?
no, that's the point. Yeah. He was the ambassador to the US, so it's kind of surprising to see him coming back as Nara.
But this tells
So
you, Raleigh,
it took me by surprise. Yeah.
this tells you that he might go for somebody where he have faith in, somebody
Yeah.
who know in game, somebody who him and him play the same chess.
Yo! No, bro. Hey, Colin Bell.
Stop it. Get some help.
Bro. Colin Bell actually be up a cut off Andrew. Yo, you know what? Let me start everything right way, man.
Tonight, we are going to witness
Don't say I
the most anticipated match in the history of professional wrestling for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Yo, Splash Digit. Yo, the man I got
Are
hard.
you ready?
Yo, the man I got hard, pause.
Wrestling fans,
Yo.
are you
Ready?
ready?
Ready? Yo,
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world,
Sir,
from the capital city of the United States of
I need to
America,
feel, bro.
Washington, D.C., Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support, support, support. The like button is free, you heard? That's right. That's right. I need those sound bites. No. I need that. But I haven't filled up the soundboard yet. Man, I've been busy, bro. Y'all hit the like button for me, please. Let's go. Can we get like 30 likes over here? And can we get like 20 likes over there? All right, let's go. 30 more likes. 30 more likes, 20 more likes. Let's get it.
Let's go, Rally.
Took me by surprise. Yeah.
This tell you that I'm going to go for somebody where my faith in somebody who know in game, somebody who even play the same chess game.
Very close, yeah, man. Kind of too close, yeah.
Me have an MC no for you now. Thanks for
that is right, surprising.
I put it on right now.
Yeah, man. Not looking good.
We have a call on the line. Let me just finish up with this call here. Caller, finish up now. Go ahead. I'm gone. So, Rally, give us. Go ahead.
Teodoro dos Santos, who was regarded as one of the greatest Brazilian economists, he contended that the dialectics of misguided growth and mass poverty lays the foundation for the growing internal militarization of societies that are characterized by this malady. All I must say is that when you have them kind of situation, they're moving towards people in dictatorship, the whole thing get militarized, appear military man.
Yes.
So and Brazil
him have Rocky Mead around him.
Yeah, man.
Him have this money around him.
Military man and Adpem, yeah. The whole thing I get militarized. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dos Santos spoke about those things years ago because Brazil have similar characteristics like Jamaica.
Oh.
Misguided growth and mass poverty, you know. The favelas in Brazil are the counter to the ghettos in Jamaica, yeah, the counterpart, yeah.
Rally, a call out.
Well, finally, I want to say to the people of Jamaica, we're at a tipping point. One thing that Richard Pondo, CEO of Shepherd, said to me today, that I can understand why everybody's so silent and why the people are so silent and I take all of this problem. And that's why I say, want the people of Jamaica to wise up and rise up and make the man them know, so we know that we are in a crisis and we're not tolerating those things anymore.
Just make the man them know, people. Silver them, big up yourself, my general. Yeah, man, drop the link to the petition from time to time for them, make them know. People, Silver them via petition, man. Make sure so you sign the petition. Share this live with 5 people. 5 people at my side. Right now. Share it with 5 people right now.
A while ago, before you go to the update of what is happening in the Jamaican economy, a caller a while ago was saying to us, was asking the question, is it that the IMF looked at the damage from Melissa and they decided how much money we need?
No, man. We decided how much money we needed. Remember, at first, the minister was saying only 6% economic losses, and we had to her, said the money must say, you have to go down the damage loss assessment, right? And then did the damage loss assessment. We looked at the devastation of infrastructure and all of those things. Because it can't be without infrastructure, so it can't be just economic losses, because you have to have infrastructure to produce economically. So they are the ones who decided what they want. The IMF is not going to decide that for you.
And they came up with the $3.6 billion?
Because it's a lot to borrow. They couldn't borrow $12 billion or $9 billion.
But you borrow a third, not even a third, a quarter. You borrow a quarter of what you need?
Yeah, man, but that is what is affordable. They couldn't borrow more than that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
give us an update of what went on in the Jamaican economy today.
Well, what happened was that the CD auction was oversubscribed. Got 223 bids for 39.3 billion. They wanted only 35 billion, so the bank accepted 206 bids valued at the 35 billion that they wanted at an average interest rate of 5.68% per annum. Some people bid as much as 7.45% per annum for $200 million. That was the highest bid. The lowest bid was 5% for over $1 million.
What about the government papers? Those were out today?
Yeah, but we haven't seen the results of that. But what we saw today again was that the BOJ floated what we call a US dollar index bond. They're going to do that tomorrow. They're offering $51 million to the market at an exchange rate of $158.80 for 2 years and 10 months. It matures on March 19, 29 at 4.25% per annum. So the money must say, rather than take a US dollars and carry it go foreign, where I get 3.5 to 3.75% per annum. Leave it with us and we pay 4.25% per annum on it.
So they are giving more on the US dollar than the US itself is giving.
Yeah, man, because they don't want the money to go US.
Oh, wow. What do you think about that?
Well, you have to do that if you don't produce for earn foreign exchange and if you don't have a strategy to prevent people from taking the money out of the country. So that is part of the strategy to get the people to keep the money in the country.
So how do we afford that interest rate?
But those are the things that I'm telling you. So those are the band-aids for the lack of production and export earnings. So we now go for solutions, we go for band-aids because the whole thing about growth and import substitution, exports and import substitution, those are the things that we need to do now to earn and save more foreign exchange. But we haven't seen any moves to do that. So these are the substitutes that we are using, mopping up liquidity, both Jamaican and US dollar liquidity.
But Raleigh, the 4% interest that we are offering,
4.25% per annum.
where we are get that from to pay back?
That's what I'm telling you. This is just like the 5.75% we are paying at CD. Those things are not sustainable things. Those things are just band-aid, yeah? Yeah, we need to move to the next level, which is what we're talking about. Growth,
Raleigh,
yeah?
So you have down the house and you have masking tape, a tape over the kitchen and you're not drop down one at a time.
Well, of course, eventually. That is what I'm saying. These things have to be a temporary things while you get the thing to rebuild the house. What we're not doing is not doing the rebuilding. Yeah? Well, they're telling us that they named somebody for Nara now. That is part of the rebuilding process. But we are moving way too slow on the rebuilding process. So these things are just tinkering. We're not getting down to the real situation.
How much they put on gas today?
Oh, well, we never check that. Check that shop.
Hey, boy. We have Ralston Hyman on the line. Let's go to the call. Caller, good evening.
Yeah,
Jamaica. Me know says to some people this information about the economic side, you know, so engaging, but me need to pay attention. You understand? Because Ralston Hyman said this from last year. No? The man said the government needs to ramp it up. Ramp it up. Start moving quickly. Forget the economy back moving, brother. The longer they stay still, I harder it go if you move. It's like you're stuck in a sinking sand and then you try to move. You understand? That's what the man been a say. The man been a say that from last year, bro. And see now, if you go alright. Them didn't have some building material that them get for free. You see, now the building material them cost more than 7 months ago, 6 months ago. You know? So the money where them get from that time, it depreciates, you know. Right now, what the $6 billion can buy December, it can't buy it now. You go get less things. Big up yourself. Less things you go get, you know. You feel what I deal with? May I tell you?
and Ralston.
Yeah, man.
But the man now listen.
Colin,
Yes.
you know, say everything that is happening is by design, right?
Well, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, because here we go on. I may always say this. If you want to depress a society, then you kill education. I always say that.
Yes.
Now, the speech that the Prime Minister gave, I think it was yesterday when he done St. Elizabeth Day.
Monday.
If
you mean the strategy?
Monday,
The one that they were strategic.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because the people are in distress and a lot of persons might not have the wits about them to read deep into what the Prime Minister was saying. They didn't even pick up that the man was saying the 1.4 billion will be there for 10 to 15 years and it can be built. And listen to the speech, more than once. As me hear somebody say it, I said, did he really say that?
No, man, that.
Maybe
what,
that is
what,
not.
what he's saying
Maybe
is
that,
that the houses, the modular houses, the container house, they can last for 15 years.
Then
That is not what he intended to say, Khalid.
Yeah.
But if you listen carefully,
Hold
it
on.
come off the wrong way and people walk away with the wrong interpretation.
Let me go listen to you. Let me listen to you. That we have it.
Yeah,
right.
I agree with
Let me listen to you.
I listen
The
back over
government
it.
is being strategic.
Listen, me listen back over, me say, yo, me not even gonna try to say that him I say. Because when I say, it never really clear. So me I gonna give me benefit of the doubt. Yeah, that me say, yo, you know what? Me I give me benefit of the doubt. Andrew, me I give the benefit of the doubt say, yo, when I say, the house I gonna do there for 10 to 15 years, not the money. Because honestly, it never clear to me. When me listen back over, me I say, where am I say? Did he say that? Or was he trying to say this? I'm listening back, I'm like, okay, I'm still confused. So I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Literally.
That defense from Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness this evening amidst public backlash over news that his administration is yet to spend over $1 billion in hurricane relief funds. The Prime Minister also announced that the money will be used to buy prefabricated containers for those left homeless by the storm. He was speaking today at a National Labour Day project in St. Elizabeth. Jamaica Maitland reports.
The Auditor General come out and said, well, the money there, why didn't you spend it fast enough?
You see that comedic, I mean, hear Andrew talk about, I'm not Andrew, me and Dre Brand say, you see that comedic look thing when him do this, so, is to downplay the Auditor General's report, you know. That's exactly why him say it like that, you know, just to downplay the report. Yo, Andrew is very intentional, you know? Because you know how I know it's authentic? When I was listening to Dre Bryan live, I said the same thing and I was typing it, and then I saw him recognize somebody else that typed it. I'm gonna bother type it. I was like, that's exactly the same thing I was thinking. Yo, Andrew cool here. Andrew the normal. Andrew cool.
So the context now,
Terrible.
nobody was told it. The money's there.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew
The
Holness.
man use it for us, make a mockery out of it. Say, it's not really a big deal. The money's like in my cartoon vocalist. In voice ton cartoon all of a sudden. Supreme Mind. Oh, I said super me mind supreme. That's what. Wait a minute. That's not spelled supreme mind. Your name is actually spelled super me mind. If you look at it, super and then M-E and then mind. Hey Janita, good night. How you doing, darling? It actually spelled shout out to my people. It's glad to see that you have made it. Welcome. How y'all doing? How is the night shift going? Some of y'all working the night shift. If you're working the night shift, put a one in the chat or put a flame emoji in the chat. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, the live goal will end in 5 minutes. No, I gotta reverse the live goal.
The Lewistown Early Childhood Institution in St. Elizabeth, one of the National Labour Day projects. But he also labored on another issue, the $1.4 billion in relief funds donated for victims of Hurricane Melissa. Dr. Holness says the funds will be used to help those left homeless by the hurricane.
The government of China has given us some. The Minister of Housing has purchased some. And I believe it's the Red Cross that is giving us some as well. So we may get up to about 3,000 units. These modular units. And we are building a small community in West Holland to facilitate those persons who were being housed at the Petersfield shelter.
2,500 prefabricated container homes will be purchased. He says 900 of them are already in Jamaica, and many beneficiaries have already been selected. In defending his government's management of relief efforts, Dr. Holness outlined the strategy.
So the funding that is donated will be used to support the establishment of the bases. Because the people are going to get them. Can they build the base themselves? No. So isn't that the best use of the money? That it is here will last when you got 10, 15 years. Other than to just spend it out and then you don't know where or what benefit it gives. Think Jamaica, think.
But according to the auditor,
So my understanding is that when you build the bases, the houses will be there for 10, 15 years, which is also a lie. Then container house, they can't stand up for 10, 15 years.
Before we go on, big up to DeAndre. DeAndre, may I tell you have a right to be concerned. You have trust me. DRX real walk on. Big up yourself. June, good night, sweetheart. You say learning human ways is hard as a leisure. Hey, man, listen. Yeah, man.
In our weather condition.
Yeah, but
And
Hold on, go ahead, Raleigh.
yeah, but it's still a question of timing. Gonna answer the question.
V-boo.
Because the quicker you get to start do the thing, then is the faster the economy will recover. It is.
Well, final answer to the people of Jamaica. We're at a tipping point. One thing that Richard Pondo, CEO of Shepherd, said to me today, I think you understand why everybody's so silent and why the people are so silent and I take all of this problem. And that's why I say, the people of Jamaica to wise up and rise up and make the man them know, so we know that we are in a crisis and we're not tolerating those things anymore.
Jamaica. You see, what this government is doing in terms of PR, you should not accept, and let me tell you why. What outlines their failure is timing, not efficiently and effectively helping the people in a timely manner. Why is that? 4 days from now, it's the hurricane season again, you know. We don't know what's going to happen, and those people are still homeless. Listen, why do you think Mark Bolin said to the man them, we are going to need to come together? He literally, remember find it. Mark Bolin literally came the first press conference after Hurricane Melissa for the People's National Party. I think it was like November 3rd or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And he came out and he said, listen, we're going to need everybody on board. This thing is like, we're going to need everybody. Everybody needs to be at the table. We have to move forward on a united front. That was the first press conference after the storm, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is it. Yes, this is it.
Really, or they make it most, whether be due to.
So that Jamaica, from our representative, can hold.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Jamaica. Good afternoon, members of the media and all listeners. I want to begin.
This was November 3rd. I'm correct. This was November 3rd. Listen to this.
By expressing my profound, heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of those who have lost their lives in this tragic hurricane or its aftermath. Our sympathies also extend very profoundly to those thousands, tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans who are suffering at this time from the impact, the calamitous impact that this hurricane has had. And we are aware, of course, that there are levels of destruction. There's a large ground zero, as it's called, which is really the areas of Jamaica that were in the swathe of the hurricane when the eye hit in eastern Westmoreland, stretching into St. Elizabeth, stretching into the more westerly parts of Westmoreland as well, and then moving north into South St. James, parts of Hanover, and of course, Trelawney and even St. Anne.
No man, him ain't a cry man, but him have the emotional intelligence about this. Like, when you go and you look, for those who went and look, everybody that went to Westmoreland, Hanover, St. Elizabeth after the storm, it did something to them. So when they talk about it, Tricia, how you doing? When they talk about it, you can hear it in their voice. everybody is different. It's not everybody can hear it, but his was obvious. It's going to Westmoreland that he was like, man, I don't even want to say the wrong things. You know, thinking about processing all of the people that is suffering, that he saw suffering in Westmoreland and over St. James and St. Elizabeth. And all the other places he might have gone. But you know, those were the big places, like, you know what I mean? It was devastating, man. Tricia, I'm good enough. How you doing? It was devastating. Devastating. You understand? Trust me.
The rest of Jamaica has also suffered damage, some of it before the hit of the hurricane. And so we can't leave them out because there are communities all over the island where people are in a very difficult situation, whether it be due to no access with the roads being blocked or breakaways, landslides, and so on. Our hearts go out to all who are in this dire predicament now. Now, I would say that this hurricane and its aftermath represent an existential threat to our society as we know it. People in life-threatening situations of isolation and deprivation mean that unless relief can reach them promptly and unless the necessary assistance can be found and distributed in an equitable and transparent manner to help them rebuild their lives, Jamaica is going to be facing very difficult times. And I think that point is not lost on anyone who is familiar with what is going on as I speak.
Tafari.
In this context, we all need to put...
Tafari said him just a come from Westmoreland and it's still devastating and it's 6 months after. You know, me hear Atafa person that in our video I believe she put out. She has say, yo, she come to Jamaica and Westmoreland still come like a storm just like down there. So can you Felicia feel what's up, baby? Can you imagine how it was really? Can you imagine how Westmoreland and them places was in terms of devastation after Hurricane Melissa? For it to still have that feel and that look of destruction. Imagine elderly children living on a tarpaulin. Do you guys know what a tarpaulin is? Bro, a tarpaulin cannot even like hold water. A tarpaulin, you're under that, you have to get it. It's gonna eventually leak. It's like a tarpaulin is like a very thin crocus bag that's well knitted together. It's not the big types, it's fine types. But at some point, the water is going to start drip through if you're under it. You see, it just reach inside and go on the live and listen. It's scary. Hey, Bridget, there's a lot of things that's scary in Jamaica right now. Alethea, good night. What's up? Good to see you.
Together in unity to get Jamaica through this terrible disaster. This is a time to join hands and hearts, not just in words, but in deeds, so that the whole nation can feel part of responding positively to this devastating situation and the solutions that will help us to pull ourselves out of it. The opposition must not at this time be seeking to score political points as a political competitor of the government. This is not the time for the opposition to adopt that posture. And we are indeed trying our very best to operate in the spirit of that.
Jamaica, do you believe that Andrew Holness would have done the same? Or do you think that he would have went for the jugular? What do you believe? You think Andrew would have given the PNP government that level of grace? Tell me what you think, because I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Andrew would have done them, especially when you give them so much time. That's what I believe. He wouldn't give them so much time. You know what I mean? Let me see what I want to say.
On the other hand, we must.
Hey, Cynthia, be a thing you go on with, you know. I can't, if me did at some people that send me some credit on my phone or something. Me not at all. If me did at 1,000 somebody would have dip on the live right now if me did at. Me not at. But that's alright. You know them way there? Andrew, I girls them bubble gum. Andrew. And my girls them bubble gum. Me not.
Point out where there are areas of need and what we see as the priorities in relation to those needs, where we see weaknesses in the response mechanisms that need strengthening or correcting, and we must provide, where we can, constructive, well-intentioned suggestions to help navigate the country through this disaster.
That's right.
We must also demand transparency and fairness in the distribution of all relief. The relief must get to those who need it, prioritizing those who need it most, whether they be of whatever political color or whatever demographic group they may belong to. They're all Jamaicans, and they are to be treated equally in this time without any form of discrimination or tribal politics coming into it. And we want to stand for that. There can be no place for partisanship or profiteering by political insiders or others connected to them at a time like this. It requires good governance, inclusive governance, authentic communication, and everyone working together. I now move to some of the things that I wish to propose.
Listen to this.
In this regard.
Listen to this.
I have proposed to the Prime Minister from last week, Wednesday, that he should establish a broad-based task force to be given the responsibility of governance oversight over the relief effort, the relief coming in, how it is dealt with, how it is distributed. Not to manage that process on a day-to-day basis, but to provide oversight to those who are managing it. So there's some accountability for how it's done, and that accountability is being held by a broad-based group that can enjoy the support and confidence of the whole society, especially those who are suffering terribly now and no doubt fear that they may not be treated fairly or they may be ignored or overlooked in the response of the state to the crisis.
Want to hear that? That was the first suggestion that Mark Golding made, ladies and gentlemen. Did the government heed to the calling? There's like, Mark Golding, you can go and talk. You think so we want to hear about that? We not put in a whole heap of people in this conversation. We are going to do it our way. And then he met Nara. And nobody can go to prison for Nara. And they can pretty much do anything they want. You understand? Yeah, legally can you understand? Yeah, them license for thief. License for thief, me call Nara, you know. Anyway, Jamaica, good night. Good morning, good afternoon, good day. What else? Yeah, man, blessings. Blessings and abundance. Whole heap of respect. You know, something come across my table a while ago. We dropped 4 hours ago. And you know, a night now, so. But I know a lot of people not covering this. But I going to cover it. I'm glad me catch it, so I not left it. Alright? I want you guys to observe the next sound bite that I'm going to play right now. Okay? Before we continue. Alright? Yes, man. Hey, y'all. Remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Yes. Always remember the like button is free. Now let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I just literally a minute ago, while I was doing my live, I'm still live right now, but I'm going to record this. I saw a post. I don't know if you really get Jamaica. It's none other than how you doing. It's none other than Rose Shaw, Auntie Rosie. It's none other than Auntie Rosie, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Now, give me a second. Give me a quick second. Yes, I forgot, you know. I forgot something, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Come on, Bolo. Quickly. Do it quickly. I work up a master plan, guys. That one, yeah. Can it? Okay, cool. Alright, wonderful. Apply. Okay. Wrap this right and so. Put the power working. And then we can set this. Put the power on. Thank you all for your patience. God bless you. Thank you for your grace. Are you guys at work? On the day now on the bed? Work or bed? Which one? The only two things can happen. Work, bed, or road. That means you're outside. But why would you be outside and watching a live stream? If you are, thank you. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get into this. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, today's the 27th. Alright. I hope that's the one. Oh no, it's this one. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. That's the one. Alright, so awesome. Turn this down. I need to see something real quick. I need to make sure that this thing is set right. You don't want to do the reaction and then when you look, you know, you cannot see. Definitely don't want that, so let me see what's going on here. Alright, I need to do a little bit more to the left. Alright, cool, no problem. I got it. Doing some measurements here, guys. About 2 centimeters to there. Okay, I think that's good now. Let's try it now. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. We good? Whoa, we not good? Are you serious? Supposed to be good now, man. Oh no, we still not good. Wow. Alright, I'm not measuring right, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, half a be good now. I'm not gonna further than that. Half a be good now. You know? You good? Let me see. Wonderful. Awesome. So as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shaw did a post and I haven't even read it yet. And I want to have it read for you. So yes. So let me just read it out loud. Right here. Where's the thingy thing? There it is.
When a government becomes louder in ceremony than in accountability, Citizens must sharpen their eyes and
Aye.
listen beyond the applause.
George.
Honor is important, but timing is political. Pageantry can warm the public mood while serious questions remain in the cold. Be alert. Be informed. Never allow symbolic gestures to distract from the realities people are living every day. Eastern St. Thomas. Be on the lookout. The Spark program must do more than spark headlines. It must spark completed roads, proper drainage, reliable water, and real development people can see and feel. The Minister of Works must explain why roadworks are moving while new pipes remain pending. The Minister of Water must explain why, in the land of wood and water, too many communities are still living with dry taps.
Emotional damage. Embarrassing. We need some milk. I'm dead.
No, man. Auntie Rosie come out to the gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Rose Shaw's post for YouTube in Eastern St. Thomas. Never play it again. I want to hear what she has said. I play it. Let me play it from the jump. Hold on. I play it from the jump, yeah, man. I play it from the jump.
Taps. Where's the coordination? When a government becomes louder in ceremony than in accountability, citizens must sharpen their eyes and listen beyond the applause. Honor is important, but timing is political. Pageantry can warm the public mood while serious questions remain in the cold. Be alert. Be informed. Never allow symbolic gestures to distract from the realities people are living every day. Eastern St. Thomas. Be on the lookout. The Spark program must do more than spark headlines. It must spark completed roads, proper drainage, reliable water, and real development people can see and feel. The Minister of Works must explain why roadworks are moving while new pipes remain pending. The Minister of Water must explain why.
Oh man, I got one of my day ones in the building. What's up, Faith Keeper? Happy belated birthday to you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. You know this is my third channel, right? Like, I'm actually live on my other channels too. So you should come over to Bolo VNR 2.0. Okay, sweetheart? Yes, yes. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of my day ones, man.
In the land of wood and water, too many communities are still living with dry taps. Where is the coordination? Where is the Eastern St. Thomas? Be on the lookout. The Spark program must do more than spark headlines. It must spark completed roads, proper drainage, reliable water, and real development people can see and feel. The Minister of Works must explain why roadworks are moving while new pipes remain pending. The Minister of Water must explain why, in the land of wood and water, too many communities are still living with dry taps. Where is the coordination? Where is the urgency? Where is the evidence of progress? And where are the agencies? Too many appear to be acting like astronauts, taking up space while citizens wait on service, answers, and action. We must not confuse movement with progress or ceremony.
No. What? Yo, did you? Nah, she cooking. Hey, yo. Hey, I don't want to, listen, I don't want anybody play with Miss Shaw, bro. What? Y'all heard what she said? Man, she said, and where are the agencies? Too many appear to be acting like astronauts, taking up space while citizens wait on service, answers, and actions. Oh, this is powerful. Oh, Miss Roshaw ain't playing. All you agencies out there taking up space, bruh. Yo, Miss Shaw got one message for you. Wait a minute. Interesting. Michelle got one. She got one actual message for you.
What can go so?
What I can't understand why the opposition MP spokesperson outlined government shortcomings and do not demand resignation of the responsible officials. Michael, where have you been? You just start follow the politics? Do you know that Mark Golding has called for Andrew Holness to resign? Do you know that Mark Golding and the People's National Party has called several times for Christopher Tufton's resignation? Where have you been? Where you did there? You're not following politics, brother. Several times the man then called for their resignation. Where have you been? Them there are two keys, smaddy. As a matter of fact, the opposition has called for the Speaker of the House to excuse herself as Speaker of the House. Where have you been? Yo, you have to make better comments than that, bro. Come on, man. Gotta be kidding. Yo, let's continue. Vibes comment in the brother. You know what you are going.
Ceremonies with
You know what you are going.
the Minister of Works must explain why roadworks are moving while new pipes remain pending. The Minister of Water must explain why, in the land of wood and water, too many communities are still living with dry taps. Where's the coordination? Where's the urgency? Where's the evidence of progress? And where are the agencies? Too many appear to be acting like astronauts, taking up space while citizens wait on service, answers, and action. We must not confuse movement with progress or ceremonies with delivery. Morant-Bay Urban is a perfect example. Where's the evidence of sustained economic growth? Where are the businesses? Where are the opportunities? Is KFC the only visible sign of occupancy? As your representative...
Oh! She went there though. She went there. Is KFC the only visible sign of occupancy? Yo, do you know that the first thing that got fixed or that stood in St. Elizabeth was a KFC? KFC has been operational since the hurricane hit. Shortly after the hurricane hit, they've been operational. That building did not get a scratch. It's almost like the storm said, hey, yo, chill. I got you. I'm only going for the, you know what I'm saying? I got you. All right? Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But let's continue. She said, where are the opportunities? Where are the businesses? Right? Where's the evidence of sustained economic growth? Oh yeah, you did tell me about KFC. Yeah, she definitely hit the juggler on that one, Tafari. That's a fact. Ain't no jokes, bro. That's a fact, fam.
Representative, I believe the true measure of progress is not who cuts the ribbon, who mounts the platform, or who controls the photo opportunity. The true measure of progress is when water runs in people's pipes, roads are completed properly, businesses are open and thriving, communities are served with urgency, and citizens can feel development in their homes, streets, and pockets. Progress must be lived, not staged.
Emotional damage. I'm dead.
Yo, Bridget. Yo, if I knew that this post was this much fire, I would have started off with the let's go. Yo, I'm telling you, I did not know she came with all this smoke in this Facebook post. What? Progress is lived. Must be lived, not staged. PR government out here staging growth. Oh, the economy is doing great. Oh my God. People are out here hungry for real though. People are out here homeless for real. Like that is rising. The homelessness thing is actually rising. What is happening is that a few persons that are connected to the government are amassing unbelievable amounts of wealth through government contract and other things. That's what we see happening. So I don't know where is all of this. Oh, I don't know. Where is it? This progress, this economic growth. Look at our roads at the moment, like right now. Look at our roads. Man, come on, man. Shout out to Miss Shaw, man. Give Miss Shaw a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a round of applause, you heard? And whoever is managing her posts, excellent. You're definitely putting, they're representing her very well with her social media post. Real talk. Salute to her on that, you know what I'm saying? Miss Shaw in the building. Let me save this photo. I'm gonna need this photo for the thumbnail. Let me save this photo. Y'all remember to hit the like button and share the live stream, alright? Don't be stingy with the like button. Hey, and if you're a real one, hey, listen, the super chat is open. You know what I'm saying? The Cash App is open. You want the Zelle, whatever, it's there. Now, you know, this is really a good time to continue on this reaction with some of the suggestions that Mark Bolin had made, the opposition leader, you know, right after the hurricane, that I think the government would have been wise in listening to. But, you know, hey, let's raise that up back. Let's go.
And deprivation mean that unless relief can reach them promptly and unless the necessary assistance can be found and distributed in an equitable and transparent manner to help them rebuild their lives, Jamaica is going to be facing very difficult times. And I think that point is not lost on anyone who is familiar with what is going on as I speak. In this context, we all need to pull together in unity to get Jamaica through this terrible disaster. Mm-hmm. This is a time to join hands and hearts, yes, not just in words, but in deeds, yes, so that the whole nation can feel part of responding positively to this devastating situation and the solutions that will help us to pull ourselves out of it. The opposition must not at this time be seeking to score political points as a political competitor of the government. This is not the time for the opposition to adopt that posture. And we are indeed trying our very best to operate in the spirit of that. On the other hand, we must point out where there are areas of need and what we see as the priorities in relation to those needs, where we see weaknesses in the response mechanisms that need strengthening or correcting, and we must provide, where we can, constructive, well-intentioned suggestions to help navigate the country through this disaster.
Yeah.
We must also demand transparency and fairness in the distribution of all relief. The relief must get to those who need it, yes, prioritizing those who need it most, yes, whether they be of whatever political color, yes, or whatever demographic group they may belong to. Yes. They're all Jamaicans, and they are to be treated equally, mm-hmm, in this time without any form of discrimination or tribal politics coming into it. And we want to stand for that.
Now, the government didn't listen to that. And it's easy to tell that they didn't listen because there's a lot of people coming out complaining about that same thing to their MPs. Since last year, by the way. You know, Andrew Holness came out and dismissed it by saying that, you know, labor rights are complaining about the same thing. I don't know how that would have been something that could have helped his argument, because that would just mean you're cruel to every Jamaican. Because the PMP is saying that they're not seeing the help because they're being victimized because they didn't vote for Andrew. Imagine an entire parish, 2 parishes has that sentiment, Hanover and Westmoreland. The 2 worst hit parishes, St. James well, Southern St. James to be specific. You're telling me that everybody in those areas is telling a lie on the Prime Minister's government? That's what you want to tell me? Everybody. All those people that live there. And you know, this is a very good... Listen, everything is about timing. This just came to me a while ago. Alright? Shout out to Noel Phillips. I told people, I said, yo, you know, a lot of people, first time I went on Andre program, and Noel was on with us, you know, and you know, some people was like going at Noel in the comments and like, man, I'm gonna leave Noel alone. Yo, Noel a good youth, man. Leave Noel alone, man. Tell him, say, yo, Noel a good youth. He just not he just doesn't trust politicians, and that's okay. I told her, I said, like, man, he just doesn't trust politicians. So what we see, he don't see. He's looking at it from a whole different perspective. You get me? So I'm like, yo, only just give Noel a chance, man. And look at what Noel did, guys. Look at what Noel did. Andre played it on his show. Before it. No, it's not this. It's this. No, this is not the night show that just finished a while ago. It's this one, right? So where is it? I'm gonna pause the reaction. I thought I was ready, but I'm not. I thought I was ready. I thought I could just, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was ready, y'all. I thought I was ready. Hold up. Oh yeah, this is the one because yeah, he's in the attire. He played it before he came up. So where is it? Ah, there it is. Got him. Got him. This video right here, perfect for this moment. Got him. Got him. And this shows you, like, man, it's tough, bro. Oh boy, it's really tough. It's really tough. Holness, man, you're something else, bro. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I found it. It's the video that Andre played tonight. Check this out. Production on Noel Phillips. The full thing coming out tomorrow. Check this out.
Do it tonight.
What kind of help you need? What you want to do?
Me just want somewhere to go and get. Me have a place can put a building.
People lost a lot. People lost their lives. A lot more lives were lost after the hurricane because of the government's negligence.
Jamaica has gone through what I can call one of its worst periods. The entire Jamaica has felt the brunt of Melissa.
What's it up, I think?
As I pulled through the door, that's the time the house fell down. But I think like 2 to 3 weeks after, since now, it really started to jerk me and start to affect me.
I represent the constituency where it made landfall. Quite a lot of the residents did not have stable accommodations.
Everybody was affected. PNP, JLP.
You could smell dead bodies, both animal and humans.
Whoa.
You had literally people on the roadways saying, help, help, we need food.
I think he's failing the people of Western Jamaica. Partly maybe as a result of the fact that he didn't get a lot of support.
When you look at the electoral map of the country, Westmoreland and Hanover are all the constituencies in those two parishes are represented by the People's National Party. And when the Prime Minister went out in an helicopter, he went to St. Elizabeth and then he flew across to St. James.
Both of which are represented by his party.
I want to believe when he says that he feels what the people feel. But I can't trust him.
But when you think about it, all of the response across Western Jamaica is chaka chaka and baga baga.
This is my 10th
There's still people living in the hurricane shelters from last October, and the hurricane season is almost upon us.
I don't have a home. I'm underneath a plastic. I don't have a home.
Jamaica, when I tell you, ultimate failure. And what I don't like about the government is that they're not humble. They're gonna just stick to we did the best we can. And we know they didn't do the best they can with these types of results. And the amount of money that they were seeing. They didn't do it. I mean, come on, bro. Just stop it. If they had followed what Marky G was saying from the jump and put everybody together, like united everybody, all the stakeholders in Jamaica, and let's work together to get it done. Just like how Isaac Buchanan did on his Labor Day project. Just like that. Get everybody a part of it. You know what I mean? And it's gonna benefit them, and you know, things move fast, and just the love and that whole situation, you know, it brings hope and unity and a good sense of feeling amongst each other. It builds good character, you get me? But the government just wants to do things their way, and you know, that's their dictatorial mindset, you get me? So it is what it is. Let's continue.
There can be no place for partisanship or profiteering by political insiders or others connected to them at a time like this. It requires good governance, inclusive governance, authentic communication, and everyone working together. I now move to some of the things that I wish to propose in this regard. I have proposed to the Prime Minister from last week, Wednesday, that he should establish a broad-based task force to be given the responsibility of governance oversight over the relief effort, the relief coming in, how it is dealt with, how it is distributed, not to manage that process on a day-to-day basis, but to provide oversight to those who are managing it. So there's some accountability for how it's done, and that accountability is being held by a broad-based group that can enjoy the support and confidence of the whole society, especially those who are suffering terribly now and no doubt fear that they may not be treated fairly or they may be ignored or overlooked in the response of the state to the crisis.
I mean, I don't have to go any further. That was the ultimate suggestion. You know, it's only fair. That was the ultimate suggestion, ladies and gentlemen. All he had to do was listen to Mark Bodie. That's all. How can you disapprove that approach? It's about equity and fairness. That's all. It's about equity and fairness. So not because you're a PMP, not because you didn't vote for me, trust me, I got you. All of you. You need the help. We don't care who you voted for. So we have all these people that are from different, you know, people that didn't vote, you know, people that don't really into politics, and also the people that are, and everybody coming and working together. And this thing is a long term. If we're gonna really build Jamaica and build it the right way, coming from a situation like Hurricane Melissa, given that we're at a place right now where these shocks, these storms keep coming more frequently, whether you want to believe that it's man-made or not, they coming. So if they coming, what is wrong with us uniting together to rebuild even faster, knowing that, man, you know, we can't play Russian roulette. And look at where we're at right now with the hurricane season. We're literally playing Russian roulette, you know. They have not done enough. They have not built a shelter. And I'm talking about not the schools that are all over the place. A real shelter. They have not built a real shelter. A self-sustaining shelter that has both the proper positioning so that flooding doesn't affect it, proper access, so that people from all over in the surrounding areas, wherever it is, people can go and proper space to hold at least one 2,000 people. Yes, they have not built a shelter, not even one. So, if they had used the money and said, well, listen, we're going to build something that would benefit, well, everybody can benefit from it. Or most people that are in need, like in highest need. Like the ones them that don't have anywhere in them house gone. So we're going to build this. Boom. And we're going to fast track that because they could have done it. They had the money to do it. They have the money to do it. They could have done that. Now we're in June, almost. It's now May 27th, going into May 28th, 11:40 p.m. And man, we don't know what's going to happen the 1st of June or any time in June. Listen, the way how it's bad, you have to remember, or for those who don't know, in these areas that was already destroyed, they have been getting massive flooding and of regular rainfall. And I've seen boats going through towns on regular rainfall here in Jamaica. The precipitation is ridiculous. A lot of water coming out of the clouds, right? People, farms being destroyed, all type, bro. All type of stuff, bro. So you imagine the regular weather is like that, and it's not hurricane season. And then, I don't know if you have paid attention, I'm just gonna wrap this up in 3 minutes. I don't know if you have paid attention, well, this particular reaction, not the whole life. I don't know if you have paid attention, but there is something called a super Nino that the meteorologist was talking about. I did a video and put it out on my channel. I don't know if you watched it, but y'all should go check it out. Something called a super Nino. And basically they're saying the oceans are heating up, like real hot. And so I'm saying, what's going to happen in this? It's hotter than usual. It's causing drought. It can cause more drought. I'm saying, what's going to happen with that though? They're saying that the hurricane could feed off it, or it could prevent hurricane from coming. I don't know what's going to happen, but if a hurricane comes, even a tropical storm, it's over with. With the way how the oceans are heating up, they're saying, I'm telling you, we're going to have monster hurricanes, bro. If a hurricane should even form, if any sort of anything like that, it's over with. It's over with. So, and I'm not trying to create panic. That's what they said. They're like, yo, we are hoping. They're saying we are hoping that it doesn't do that. We're hoping that no hurricane comes. But if something was to form the same way Hurricane Melissa just sat there and just charged up and just was bathing in the jacuzzi, waiting to kick our ass, bruh, it's gonna be worse if a storm should come in these waters right now, the way the waters are heating up. And that's facts. Ain't no lies told, you heard? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Sheesh. Let's get back to it. So, we're right here. We're gonna go to this. Look at this. Let's go to this. Oh, you guys couldn't hear me? Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's continue.
Oh, Alfred Draz Daz, you mean I said Daz? What is from Jamaica? Alfred Daz, drill them. Drill
We're
them.
still reeling from the revelation that there's $1.4 billion of donor aid barely spent. And now we are being informed that there is $770 million unspent, earmarked for the most vulnerable in our society. Of the $1 billion, only $230 million in approved payments so far.
Correct.
So we are at 23% of the funds. How long has this been programming going on?
June 2025.
And so we still have 75% of the funds unspent. And we are just at only about 63% of the of the applicants being selected for disbursement. What's the plan for spending the rest of the money with the, we're at about a year out now, and only 63% of applicants have got money. You still have the bulk of the money there sitting, while the truth is that, we have many of our constituents calling us night and day asking when are they going to get their grants.
Okay, so we're at the end of a financial year. So the monies would have been returned. Monies unspent would have been returned for debt reduction.
Yo, listen. Big up Andre Stevens. Jamaica. Me have to do one TikTok video. No, for true. For true. No, Andre Stevens, listen. You don't know, Mr. Listen, I was listening to Andre and I said, Andre was blasting the government about that. And I said, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch it. He was saying it, but I wasn't listening, hearing when she was saying it. So I missed it. Even when I did my reaction, I have a reaction to this same video, and I missed it. I totally missed it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be honest, Hey, I'm going to tell you the truth. I missed it, Jamaica. But I was here listening now, I'm waiting to hear it for myself now. I'm like, yo, she really said that. She really said that. Oh my God. She actually said that, bro. She actually said that. What is going on, man? Nah, them people are serious. TikTok, I come in peace. YouTube, I come in peace. We never choose violence. But here we go on. More want to stick with that video. There's some method to the madness. More want to listen to this. Listen to this. Just listen to this.
Many of our constituents calling us night and day asking when are they going to get their grants.
Okay, so we're at the end of a financial year. So the monies would have been returned. Monies unspent would have been returned for debt reduction. Monies unspent would have been returned for debt reduction. Monies unspent would have been returned for debt reduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dawes speaking at the PAC meeting, Public Accounts Committee, and the lady said the money that would have been spent. I think this is one of those Roots program or something like that, or some type of program where people get their grants. The money would have been spent for debt reduction because the budget year ended, the money was not spent, and then it's sent back to the consolidated fund, and then it would be spent for debt reduction. We soon come back. I got here with Andre saying, soon come back. Yeah, man. Let me find Andres about this cause. This no normal.
I have a fundamental problem with this. We're just coming from, we're still reeling from the revelation that there's $1.4 billion of donor aid barely spent. And now we are being informed that there is healing from the revelation that they're done with this. We're just coming from, we're still reeling from the revelation that there's $1.4 billion of donor aid barely spent. And now we are being informed that there is $770 million unspent, earmarked for the most vulnerable in our society. Something about the conceptualization of this program was wrong from the outset. If people are suffering and we are sitting on $770 million that just went back into the consolidated fund or for debt payment. Something has to be done about this program. It's clearly not working. The persons who it is meant to help, they're not receiving the help, and the money is just sitting there. I have a serious problem with having this much money sitting down and Jamaicans are suffering. That's all I have to say.
Jamaica. I don't think you hear what I heard.
We didn't.
Because if you heard what I heard, Courtney, you would have cussed up some BBC tonight. Or some ABC, I call 5A and say 5A, come here.
Come here, 5A.
5A, come here.
Come in front of the class. What?
5A. Did you heard what the permanent secretary said, Jamaica? The 770 million done back, return. And it is being used for debt reduction. No, sir, debt reduction. Me not think gonna hear what the permanent secretary say, you know.
Debt reduction.
Only hear when the permanent secretary say the money go back because the financial year new and it turned to debt reduction. Echo Shatai. No, you never hear what it say. What you say, the 770 million. I'm going to play it again. Ishmael, when you hear debt reduction, you stop it. Play it again, Ishmael, make they hear.
We're still reeling from the revelation that they're
out and tell me what it going to use for Oric. That means the money can't use again. And when it goes back, it goes into a particular fund. And that fund, so that means the money can't use again.
700 million.
So the government take the poor people their money. What it going to use for Hurricane Melissa and put it towards debt reduction. And that means here, Jamaica, the government have to now come out and tell me and you, them have this 770 million and it never go towards debt reduction. The technocrat in the ministry confirm.
Jamaica, we come in a peace as me telling you, you know. Yeah, so I just want to ask you guys. Did you hear the same thing I heard? And do you have the same understanding that I have? That Andre just said? The 770 million gone in the consolidated fund is now for debt reduction. And does that mean, I'm thinking that means the 770 million will not be given back for this financial year. That's what I'm hearing. But if you're hearing something else, please put it in the comment section. Oh, by the way, I'm live right now. You can check me out on YouTube. All right? That's it. Link is in the bio of my page. Wow. This is a rough one, ladies and gentlemen. This is a rough one. I ain't gonna lie to you. This totally messed me up. This totally messed me up. I said, what? How did I miss that? How did I actually miss that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm not doing my job, bro. I think I failed the people. Yo, after I heard this, after I heard Andre say this and put this out, I said, man, I failed my people, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize and I'm sorry. I apologize and I'm sorry. Real talk. I feel the people. Totally feel the people. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's listen to it again, guys. Let's listen to it again.
Drill them. Drill
We're
them.
still reeling from the revelation that there's $1.4 billion of donor aid barely spent. And now we are being informed that there is $770 million unspent, earmarked for the most vulnerable in our society. Of the
Emotional damage.
230 million in approved payments so far.
Correct.
So we are at 23% of the funds. How long has this been programming going on?
June 2025.
And so we still have 75% of the funds unspent. And we are just at only about 63% of the of the applicants being selected for disbursement. What's the plan for spending the rest of the money with the, we're at about a year out now, and only 63% of applicants have got money. You still have the bulk of the money there sitting, while the truth is that, we have many of our constituents calling us night and day asking when are they going to get their grant.
Okay, so we're at the end of the financial year. So the monies would have been returned, monies unspent would have been returned for debt reduction. And as I indicated to you, Chair and members, that we have the 11,521 persons who would have been approved for payment, and that represented the 230.4 million. So there are persons who would not have qualified for the program because they would not have met the criteria. So we had persons who were already on programs who would have submitted applications. So we would not have included those having not met the eligibility criteria. As I indicated, we are also looking at the persons who would have submitted their applications, who would have met the criteria but not have met it at the end of the financial year. We are treating with those persons, so we'll be treating with all the applicants who would have applied for the program.
So of the 37%, of the 30% of applicants who would not have been shortlisted for disbursements, no. Have you approximately what percentage of that number is are the applicants who were just not supposed to have applied at all because they're getting a benefit? Who else is left out of that 18,000 who really and truly, if we get all of the I's dotted and the T's crossed, they can be eligible for disbursements? P.S. I have a fundamental problem with this. We're just coming from, we're still reeling from the revelation that there's $1.4 billion of donor aid barely spent. And now we are being informed that there is $770 million unspent, earmarked for the most vulnerable in our society. Something about the conceptualization of this program was wrong from the outset. If people are suffering and we are sitting on $770 million that just went back into the consolidated fund or for debt payment, something has to be done about this program. It's clearly not working. The persons who it is meant to help, they're not receiving the help, and the money is just sitting there. I have a serious problem with having this much money sitting down and Jamaicans are suffering. That's all I have to say.
Jamaica. I don't think you're gonna hear what I heard. Because if you heard what I heard, Courtney, you would have cussed up some BBC tonight. Or some ABC, I call 5A and say 5A coming. 5A coming.
What?
5A. Did you heard what the permanent secretary said, Jamaica? The 770 million gone back, return, and it is being used for debt reduction. No, sir, debt reduction. Me not think gonna hear what the permanent secretary say, you know? On a year, when the permanent secretary say, the money go back because the financial year new, and it turned to debt reduction. Echo Shatai. No, never hear what it say. When you say the 770 million, I'm going to play it again. Ishmael, when you hear debt reduction, you stop it. Play it again, Ishmael, make the year, man.
We're still reeling from the revelation that there's $1.4 billion of donor aid barely spent. And now we are being informed that there is $770 million unspent, earmarked for the most vulnerable in our society. Of the $1 billion, only $230 million in approved payments so far.
Correct.
So we are at 23% of the funds. How long has this been programming going on?
June 2025.
And so we still have 75% of the funds unspent.
1-0.
And
big up.
We are just at only about 63% of the of the applicants being selected for disbursement. What's the plan for spending the rest of the money with the, we're at about a year out now, and only 63% of applicants have got money. You still have the bulk of the money there sitting, while the truth is that, we have many of our constituents calling us night and day asking when are they going to get their grant.
Okay, so we're at the end of a financial year. So the monies would have been returned, monies unspent would have been returned for debt reduction. And as
Jamaica, you heard how, well, for those that are watching on Bolo TV, did you see how she scratched her eyebrow and said that a while ago? It will be set back for, debt reduction. And she looked down and it's almost like it was a nervous, like, you know what I'm saying? She knew it was awkward to say that. But she had to say it because it's the truth. I would love to know where this money, if we're going to get back the 770 million. I don't know how government works, so I'm asking. So because it wasn't used up and it gone to debt reduction, that means we don't see the money again. Is that what that means? Or what does it mean? I'm genuinely asking this question. And I think you guys should too. I think we all deserve to know, right? Yeah, so ask the question and press them and hopefully we get an answer. Let's continue.
The monies, we're at the end of the financial year, and those monies that have not been spent would have been used on debt reduction. You know what debt reduction means? You see all of them debts with the country of Jamaica over the years, the IMF, the this, the that, the way, the money, no? And that they mean, the money gone towards paying Jamaica's debt. So the poor people, they must forget the 700 million, the money gone into debt reduction. Mighty God. What a wicked government. What a wicked government. What can go so?
I genuinely don't want to believe that's what it ultimately is. I really don't. Nah, I don't want to believe that. I really hope that's not true. Listen, I cannot lie to you right now. I genuinely hope that that's not true. Genuinely hope that this is not a new law of the government of Jamaica. Genuinely. This Jamaica Labour Party government, I hope that this is not a new law of them. They have some low moments, but this would be a new law. Real talk. Real talk.
So the money, where they never use, Courtney, has to go back. If it is not used, it has to go back. And when it goes back, it goes into a particular fund. And that fund, so that means the money can't use again. So the government take the poor people their money What if we go use for Hurricane Melissa and put it towards debt reduction? And that me here, Jamaica, the government have to now come out and tell me and you, them have this 770 million and it never go towards debt reduction. The technocrat in the ministry confirm. Thief. Thief, Jamaica. Thief. 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 Wanna rob the poor people, them left, right, and center. Wanna rape them on the gang, ban them, wanna suck them dry, wanna lick them out.
Yo, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill, bro.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell you about them.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Hey, Andre, you gotta chill, bro. Chill out, bro. Just what? Oh my goodness. Well, this is very serious, though. What can I say? What can I say? All right. I'm gonna move on to the next topic he mentioned. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it. I'll take, go through it. Yes, this part of it, in terms of how many houses, he said he was gonna, yeah, you definitely gotta look at this. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't wanna take all of it. Yeah, take all of this, yeah, here we go. Let me start, so. I wanted to look at Andre's reaction to his argument about the housing, the housing for people. Listen to this.
First, this evening, I kept a distance. That clarification from Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness on the appointment of former Commissioner of Police Major General Anderson as CEO of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA.
Yeah, his reaction to the NARA. Sorry, the NARA. Not the Roost program, NARA. Yeah.
Major Anderson, who is currently...
Wrong thing, Ishmael. Wrong thing.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
Government is being strategic. That defense from Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness this evening amidst public backlash over news that...
Yeah, I knew it should have been this. Ishmael, bro. Come on, man. You tricked me, bro. I was like, what?
His administration is yet to spend over $1 billion in hurricane relief funds. The Prime Minister also announced that the money will be used to buy prefabricated containers for those left homeless by the storm. He was speaking today at a National Labor Day project in St. Elizabeth. Jamila Maitland reports.
The Auditor General come out and said, well, the money's there, but they didn't spend it fast enough. See the context now? The money was stolen. The money's there.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness at the Lewistown Early Childhood Institution in St. Elizabeth, one of the National Labor Day projects. But he also labored on another issue, the $1.4 billion in relief funds donated for victims of Hurricane Melissa. Dr. Holness says the funds will be used to help those left homeless by the hurricane.
The government of China has given us some. The Ministry of Housing has purchased some. And I believe it's the Red Cross that is giving us some as well. So we may get up to about 3,000 units, these modular units. And we are building a small community in Westmoreland to facilitate those persons who were being housed at the Petersfield shelter.
2,500 prefabricated container homes will be purchased. He says 900 of them are already in Jamaica, and many beneficiaries have already been selected. In defending his government's management of relief efforts, Dr. Holness outlined the strategy.
So the funding that is donated will be used to support the establishment of the bases. Because the people who are going to get them, can they build the base themselves? No. So isn't that the best use of the money? That it is there The last them got 10, 15 years. Other than to just spend it out and then you don't know where it went or what benefit it did. Think, Jamaica, think.
But according to the Auditor General's report, there was no expenditure, drafted or otherwise provided, for what the government planned to do with the money. At least none that was provided to the auditing team at the time in February 2026. Dr. Holness now says the audit was done before a decision was made.
So when this audit came out, you had already taken that decision, but the performance audit, the real-time audit, didn't take the policy directive that was given into account because made a statement which you all took. The government was being inefficient. The government was being very strategic and very efficient.
The Prime Minister was unable to say when the new homes will be ready, adding that it will take some time. The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season begins in a few days on June 1. Jamila Maitland.
You know, the news reporters said that in the best way they could, but it still exposed the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister said the government is being strategic and is being efficient, but he doesn't know when the houses will be ready. You see, two things cannot be, those three things are not aligned with each other. Being efficient and being strategic align with each other. Not knowing when a timeline for the project to finish, when time is the most important thing that would measure your efficiency and your strategicness, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Time would be the measurement. The time in which you get it done would be the measurement of efficiency. I'm sure there's like a equation, scientific equation that measures efficiency, and I'm sure time is a part of that equation. I am sure also, given the context of this, that there's also some type of mathematical equation that measures strategicness, and time got to be a part of it in this context. How strategic you are will mean how quickly you actually finish the actual plans that you put out, the strategic plans you put out. So, yeah, the news people was doing their job, and it definitely, they weren't trying to expose the Prime Minister. I don't think they were being harsh, but the situation is just very bad, and there's no excuses. That's all. I'm just saying.
The TJs.
Jamaica. Look right there.
Every time you go close to something, turn up. It's not me. Me I try to control me, turn on to something.
Pass my comment, fat. Echo Shakai. Make me put all of my things there when I call right now. I want teacher. Only major. I want to first ask Andrew. How was the audit done before the decision was made? If he told us the decision to build the bases was from 2025, November 2025. And inside him have been the base them. The base them for the house. I've been reliably informed Jamaica is not Andrew Holness building the bases. What can go so? It's not Andrew Holness building the bases.
Help, we out of the ladder.
Your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor right. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator. I have the evidence Jamaica and I'm going to prove to you who building the base. Only want me go down unite further, Jamaica. Yes, I can tell you Joe is not in building the bases. How much to build one of them bases? They might talk about hundreds of thousands of them. When I do the estimate for build the house, they might want 5.3 cubic house base money. And I like the house them we give, you know. The house them smaller than that quite. So let me go down unite further. 25. NHT is to procure 5,000 container homes for hurricane relief. Echo Shanda Bastard. I tell us I'm going to beat them with facts tonight, you know, Jamaica. He said the NHT is to provide or to procure 5,000 container homes. He told us, Jamaica, this was the 28th of November. You see, the media not fact-checking him, you know. Cliff Hughes and Emily and Deon Jackson not fact-checking him. So I am going to checkmate him tonight, Jamaica. I'm going down there and make them come tomorrow and make Marlon and Apka come and a verbal diarrhea upon the po. He told Jamaica he's going to procure 5,000 modular homes. He told Jamaica it will take 90 days, Courtney. 90 days for the modular homes to reach Jamaica. Checkmate. If we are going to go by what he said, Jamaica, the 90 days would have ended in a Courtney. Approximately February 2026. We are now heading into June, Jamaica. We are at the 5,000 modular homes from NHT. When Holness spoke just now, I never heard about NHT. I heard about what? China. I heard about Salvation Army or whatever, Red Cross or whatever. I never hear him say NHT. And it moved from 5,000 to what, Courtney? 2,500. Ismail, find Eli for me now, please. It moved from 5,000 to 2,500, man. Him said Jamaica, from the 2,500, 900 there. Me are going to unite with him tonight, Jamaica. Jamaica, you want me fact check him again, Jamaica? You know when I talk them not like it, you know. Let us go by the facts again, Jamaica. He said when it comes on, hey. Honor in the court, Ismail Eli. I'm going war with him in the mud today with information. Yeah, you was I'm going war with him in the mud, Jamaica. As him talk, I'm going war. As in talk Jamaica, I go and walla in the mud with him. I go and ask again, Jamaica. Let us go back to the fact checking tonight. Share up this live, Jamaica, because I am not finished. I am going to show you the playbook. He has the entire media in his system and under his control. That none of them is confirming to what we fact check him. So they're all gullible and talking bullshit. Bullshit, Jamaica. Them all come there and the whole of them, Emily, Cliff Hughes, all in the pockets of the Jamaica Labour Party. There is no independent.
No, I'm not saying all of those people are in the pockets of the Jamaica Labour Party. But sometimes I wonder, you know. Sometimes I wonder. I do wonder, I have to tell you. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not saying everybody that he mentioned is in the pockets of the Prime Minister of the Jamaica Labour Party. I'm not saying that. One thing. Let's continue.
It's investigative journalism in this country. All of them know the damn facts. Jamaicans scared of it. None of you went into the archives. None of you went into the archives and dug up the realities that this man said to us. This man looked at us the 20th of November and said he's procuring. Remember, are you aware that he's the Minister of Housing? Are you aware, Jamaica, that he is the Minister of Housing? I don't think you heard what I said. Are you aware tonight that he is the Minister of Housing? Not just the Prime Minister, he's the Minister of Housing. So all of the lands across Jamaica, that is why he can't acquire the lands themselves, because he knows all of the surveys and the titling, because it comes on his desk. He's the most powerful minister in the government. Are you aware that the Minister of Housing has some rights in this country? I have been reading the Housing Act of late. That is why he has not given anybody the housing portfolio. He told us, Jamaica, that that he's procuring 5,000 November 20th, 2025. He said it will take us 90 days to get those modular homes. We're in May 27 to be exact, Jamaica. None of those homes have been distributed. He then come back to tell us that there are 2,500 homes. That Red Cross has sponsored them and some China has sponsored some. That is the home that I delivered. The home is not as even big as that. It's 3/4 that the people them go and get Jamaica. What can go so? 900 out of the 2,500 is here. He told you, Jamaica, that he's carrying in 5,000. We're out to the next 2,500 Andrew Holness. Where is Cliff Hughes and George Davis?
I mean, at this point, the Jamaica Labour Party has to do a press conference tomorrow. If I see a press conference from them tomorrow, I'm not going to be surprised. Because the questions Andre is asking, I've heard one other person ask about that. And it's Anissa Bellerose. She did a live earlier today and she said it. She said, "What they're talking about 2,500. Well, you promised 5,000." But obviously she didn't go into it as much detail as him, because in that video she was actually on the move going to pick up her daughter. But I heard she talk about that. So it's a very valid point, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Y'all go over there and watch the fullness of that particular live stream. Right? Yeah, I'll definitely go check that out. I'm not overstep my time tonight. Not overstep my time tonight. Yeah, I'm not overstep my time tonight at all, Jamaica. I'm telling the truth. I keep it disciplined tonight. I got a lot of work to do. Did I actually listen to enough of this though? I think I'm gonna listen to some more of this before I leave. Colin Bell.
This is precisely because of the long delay why the economy dropped by another 6% during this quarter. So what I say is no make no sense.
So it's not no good strategies, bad strategy.
No, rubbish, like rubbish.
Stupidity.
Yeah, man. And again,
no good strategy, rubbish. I try.
It come back to what I said. Them don't know about economics, because the time value of money, the longer it takes for the something, the more it costs, you know. Especially in this uncertain environment. So I don't see my talk to, I rubbish my talk to. Tell him say for go back to think, I fool this myself. Petrojam drop everything. Petrojam drop everything by 25 cents. Propane down by $2. Everything else down by 25 cents.
25 cents.
Yeah, man.
So they're holding it rally. They're listening to us and they're holding
it. Man. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Carla.
Colin, let me say this. You see, the Prime Minister
to the Prime Minister that came to naught, because
yeah, man, don't say at every level. Come,
oh,
be better than that.
Good evening, Colin. How are you doing? What do you want, man?
Yeah, man, I'm good. How are you?
No, OB come with it with the rocket launcher on that one. I'm not telling no lie. When I listen to about that, I forget this before. Yo, OB make an excellent point. Yo, listen to this. Listen to what you name Conrad O'Brien. Listen to this.
I'm fine, thanks. You know, Colin, okay. Believe me, I am drained, because today, I think I probably overexert myself.
Oh.
When I learned what took place at the press conference, the announcement of Anthony Anderson return to Hegnara. And I'm saying that this is the zenith of cronyism. You understand?
Yes.
This should never ever be allowed to stand. Let's track the genesis of this gentleman. He was the head of the JDF. After the head of the JDF, he was given the job of the first and only security advisor to the Prime Minister that came to naught because under his stewardship in that position, we didn't see any strategy. All that was basically permeating there was a state of emergency that took out so much of our people, land them in jail, and the government at the end of it basically lost that as being unconstitutional and also have to pay some money out on.
So that demand there was the advisor for Andrew when them did have that issue there with oh my God, we're in trouble. Oh my God. Jamaica, we're in trouble. So him come create a disaster now with Nara. Like how they create a disaster. And it's gonna be manufactured disaster as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be manufactured disaster. It's gonna be manufactured disaster, and let me tell you why. Because that's what they that whole situation in with that whole lockdown and everything, bro. We already know what time it is, man. I don't want to say much, but bro, expect the very worst. I'm sorry, no sir. Based off that track record, oh, there's gonna be lawsuits. I don't think the government is gonna be able to pay out the money that they're supposed to pay out. This government is gonna be the first government, and you heard it here first. I don't think anybody else has ever said this. I think this government, and maybe I'm wrong, but I've never heard it. This government is going to become the first government that is going to have the record in paying out money for lawsuit settlements. I think they're going to have the record. If they don't already, I think this government is going to have the record for the most money paid out for lawsuit settlements. I think you're going to see for the first time a sitting prime minister or government official be sued by the people of the country collectively. Expect the worst, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue.
Then he went to become the head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. After that, he was given a position, I think, within the Office of the Prime Minister, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he was moved back to the Office of the Prime Minister, then he was named ambassador to the US.
Ambassador. No. And you're telling me why? And we're asking the question. And I think we should get some answer on this. I'm not necessarily saying that, listen, if somebody is related to somebody, that should basically make them not qualified to get a job. But in this case, is it true that Anderson is cousin to the Prime Minister? Because I don't know what is happening here. And I also want to say, Colin and Raleigh, that when I listen to the Prime Minister, that's another thing that helped me live it today. When I listen to the Prime Minister, it sounds as if he was just simply making game at the poor, innocent people who still are under blue tarpaulin and out there cannot buy food. He was basically dragging them along. You can be up with the base and people them, no, according to Marie. It's sad. It is disgraceful. It is embarrassing. And a man who professed that one time, whenever I told him, he was born and grown in a one-bedroom boardhouse at Cumberland Road, and then another time is a two-bedroom. Whatever it was, this is a man who would have taken some empathy. But
emotional damage.
Hey, OB, me hear the shot them with your fire a while ago. I don't know if nobody else here. Remember play it back. You have to play it back.
That one time, whenever I told him, he was born and grown in a one-bedroom boardhouse at Cumberland Road, and then another time is a two-bedroom. Whatever it was, this is a man who would have taken some empathy. But no. It's about how much food you can eat. And this argument about, listen, the thing was there, And it's just that it was captured. It wasn't captured in the real-time audit. Had it not been that efficient and brilliant public servant, Pamela Monroe Ellis, that flagged this, Raleigh and Colin, we would know not where that $1.44 billion go. It will go in a thin ear.
But Obi, hold on, Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Are you aware that the solidarity money, $700 million gone back to the council fund?
Okay.
Out of the 1 billion.
Okay, so people over took up 300 million.
200 million, 700 and nearly 70 million.
Okay, so only 230 million flowed out. Yeah.
Exactly, I think 23%. So they did not do any
Yeah, man.
due diligence to find out how many people out there would be qualified for this money. But you know the next thing we need to find out, Raleigh, the $11.4 billion tax give back. How much of that was taken up?
Okay. Yeah, we can find out that from tax administration.
Yeah, man, we need to find out how much of that was taken up, that $11.4 billion. Because this government, all they do is bamboozle the people, you know. And anytime you check on the things that they say and the things that they are supposed to do, you realize that it has not been done.
Okay.
Colin and Raleigh, I know that I'm speaking for all three of us. We know where we are. We know that we are putting ourselves out there and we are batting. We know the danger. We know the danger. We know the criticism that we come under on a daily basis and will continue to come under. But some of us have to stand up and be counting. And if we must die, as the great poet Claude McKay said, let it mean something. I'm paraphrasing here. Yeah. Let it mean something.
Yeah, man.
It is a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame and disgrace. And you know, Raleigh Colin, all this is particularly egregious that 7 months, roughly 7 months after Hurricane Melissa, this is happening. Last night, I was elsewhere and somebody said that, listen, you know what is sad? That after Hurricane Beryl and we were going into another hurricane, $134 million was there and nothing was done with that money to push down anything. We going into a hurricane to clean some extra drain, to do this, to do anything.
Government,
and the owners don't have a heart, nonsense, Papa.
Government wicked government we have in Jamaica. But I saw it go, Obi. We're moving along. Thank you.
Respect, Joe.
Blessings.
Oh, man. Big up Obi, man. Yeah, man. Big up Obi, man. I tell her. Obi bringing fire. I real fire, man. And it was necessary because, yo, them are too much, brother. The man are mocky people them in at the press conference, bro. Like, the way him talk. Yo, I can't rate him, man. I really feel like I'm an alien for true. Enough people might have said, boy, Bolo, what you talk about? Yo, if Sassy I watch me right now, Sassy knows me and I have that conversation all the time. Like, Andrew Holness do some things where he just like left me speechless. Like, remember, 2.5 years ago, or so, I came into this political space, right? And really and truly, we're okay. Pastor Peter Chambers' video, I shared and then reacted to it. And when I saw the engagement in the chat, I said, wait a minute, what? I was thinking about doing different things and looking into things. But then, man, I started listening more Pastor Peter Chambers and I'm like, nah, this dude cannot be this bad, bro. Like, this dude, Andrew, cannot be this bad. And when I heard the pastor story, it's funny, I think my mom was the one that pushed me in that direction, She's like, yo, listen to Pastor Peter Chambers, listen to what the government did to the pastor. And my mother, she served the Lord, so it's like, she has say, yo, if your leader do this, the Bible says, touch not thy lights anointing and do thy prophet no harm. You get me? So right there and then, my mother discerned through those experiences and start observing Andrew and realize, yo, the brother are not good. You understand? But I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I am looking at it myself. And I am looking at action and I'm looking at things he said in the past, what he promised, you know, and how he's speaking now and how he's moving now. His humility has gone because he feel like him reach, you know, in the other status there. Andrew is at a status right now that I believe that he thinks he's untouchable. Like nobody can really touch him. I think in himself he really believe that. And from time to time he gets wake up calls like what happened to the Venezuelan president. That was a wake up call. You get me? That was a wake up call. But even when Rubio came down here, I was having the conversation with him. If you know this, you know, Andrew was, is either he was pretending to be very cool and collected about whatever, or he's really, you know, he was just really cool and collected about whatever. And was good at hiding his true feelings as to what the discussion was between him and Rubio. Because when he heard him in the press conference, it really seemed like he was in control of the situation, didn't he? But we already know that that's not how it goes. And then months after, we saw what happened with the Cuban lockdowns. You know, people are still suffering from that. Big up Uncle Sydney on TikTok. He directly is affected by that because he needs eye surgery. Hey, what's up, Lady J? Lady J said, what? The Emperor in new clothes. Not like a movie. Big up yourself, you know, Lady J. Lady J, follow me everywhere I go. I have to make your mother it over there. The Emperor wears new clothes. I was like, okay. So yeah, you know. Yeah, man. The Prime Minister is something else, ladies and gentlemen. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, man. Shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi the Fireman, shout out to him. And shout out to each and every one of y'all that came through tonight. Yeah, just check out the videos. I'll be dropping videos as soon as 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna be, between now and then, I'm gonna be making as much thumbnails as I can to finish all the videos and set them. So I'll get up in the afternoon and boom, be ready. No, I'm not cold, but I'm not warm either. I have the fun on me. I like these, okay? When you're a big guy, you have the big guy body, you need these thick materials. All those other materials are too thin. They just lay down on your body too much. Yeah, I ain't trying to show nobody now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Hey, y'all have a good night, man. I gotta go to my bed. No, I'm not in my bed. I gotta go to my bed because my mommy and the chicken is being disturbed by me. And I have to get some work done still, so God bless you. Now, if you want to come over to Bolo TBV, you can come over. I'll be playing some throwback videos for as long as persons are willing to watch. I'm talking to you guys, yes. There's some throwback videos that I have on the platform that a lot of people really missed. So, you know, I've been playing them on Bolo TBV because that's the throwback. That's the throwback. That's the throwback channel. You know, for all the throwback videos. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Make hay while the sun shines. I'm not gonna end the live on Bolo TBV, but you guys, you can come over. All right, Bolo TBV. BOLO TBV. All right, blessings. Thank you for the gift. I don't know who sent me a gift. Maybe that was Faith Keeper. I don't know who sent me a gift. But thank you for the gift, all right? Appreciate you. Somebody sent me a gift. Salute. Carl later. You left there 37 years ago? Oh, okay. See you later.